Hello again, everybody. Harry Box with a technical trader at TechTrader.com. It's Monday night, September the 30th, the end of the quarter. In a volatile, crummy day on Wall Street, but although the markets itself weren't that great, some of the stocks we followed did wonderfully, and some of the shorts did too. But let's take a look at the stocks we followed alongside today. AMAG, for example. Yesterday we noted it exploded on big volume, and today it followed through beautifully, up another 219 or 7.37%, 3 million traded. It looks to me like this stock may be headed for 36-ish. That's my next target, before any real major consolidation sets in, I think. Up next is APT, which is a beneficiary of the Ebola scare. Apparently they're making medical equipment, and I believe the segregation tents, something like that. At least that's what I was told. But you can see the beautiful rising channel. Now the play on this is that after hours, a lot of the Ebola related stocks are up. Look at the pop on this one, closing at 3 1/4 and jumping all the way up to 380. Finished at 355, 30 cents higher than it closed, or 10% more. So perhaps this has more to go. We may see the stock at 4 1/4 or better tomorrow. Keep an eye on this one. BCRX, yet another. Even though it looks lousy here and broke the trend line recently, take a look at the reversal after hours. Exploded from 9 and change to 1160, fell back down, formed a little bit of a falling wedge here, broke back out, and consolidated and held nicely at 1119, up about $1.50, so $1.40 anyway. Nice move up, and taking a look at the daily one more time, if it does open up strongly tomorrow, we could see this get to 12.5. If you're asking me what my target on it is, these lows in here and the moving average come in around the 12 1/4 half area. That would be my target for tomorrow morning. CPRX, not an Ebola related drug, but it did have a good session as it broke out on big volume at 15.5 million. Retested the resistance high and backed off a little bit, but today's high at 346 and this recent high here of 349, we get to 350. That could run. My next target's 4 3/4. Cyber, well, this new issue doing well, but let's take a look at it on a 15-minute chart. And another look at it on the 5-minute chart. And you can see it finished strongly after hours at 32.01. The way that acted this morning, and the overall short-term pattern of it, it broke out of the falling wedge. I would not be surprised to see, first of all, if we can get the resistance at about 32 3/4, and today's high was 32.11. We should run up toward 35, 5.5, 6. GoPro, the monster in the midway, continuing to run up, but this time, after 8 days in a row with big volume reaching the top of the channel, I would not be surprised to see it back off, even though it may try 100 tomorrow. I would not be surprised to see it back and fill and consolidate like it did in here for a bit. Now, if this is the first wave, the second wave, and the third wave, the fourth wave could be a buying opportunity for a move over 100. HIMX, one of our swing trades, doing very well. It popped through key resistance today, got up to 1045, just a nickel short of my target, and then backed off. But I still think we got more to go on this one. Looks to me like we may try a move up towards 13 on an intermediate basis. My short-term target is 11.5. HPJ, a recent swing trade addition because when it broke out, I was looking for that stock to make a bigger move. I still think it can. And with the volume and technicals, I think this is a stock that's going to test the 9.5 range short-term. Now beyond that, stock could go to mid-channel around 11. Mac Pharmaceuticals. Good day today for this. As you can see, it popped through key double top resistance. Traded 6.2 million, was up 36 cents or 4.3%. Nice close too. I think the stock has a shot at getting up towards 10.5 range. RWK, well, RWLK, excuse me, the new issue, Rewalk Robotics. You can see that after it popped on the IPO, it then consolidated. Now I'm looking for the stock to make a move. If we can get RWLK over 35, I think we can run it. We shall see. CYMO popped today and broke out of the falling wedge after holding the channel and support back over the 50 and 21-day, 10-day moving out. All three moving averages taken out today. The key is going to be, can it get to 27.35, and we're just beneath that. If we do, look for retest of the high, up around 29, and then 30, 31, or better maybe add. Tekmira, after hours, exploded big time. This was a falling wedge, a lower volume, looking pretty good. And then after hours, based on the fact that the FDA approved the use of their drug for Ebola patients, stock exploded from 21 to as high as 28.33, closed 27.65 after hours, but that's up about 6.5 points. Looking like if it holds on any pullback, it could be a buyer tomorrow for even more upside. Based on what I'm seeing here, there is some resistance, about 31. Violent memory, beautiful base pattern. This coil which broke out and then pulled back, snapped back today. See it? The last couple days. Up about 33 cents or 7.27%. The volume increased to 2.1 million, the best in a week and a half. Looks to me like it's going to retest this high. So your next target is 530.23, and then we're looking at 6.25. That's it on the long side. Let's take a look at some of the boxes shorts today as well. Starting alphabetically as usual with Axiom. You can see that it has rolled over hard today, down 45 cents, only 2.65%, but the significance of today's action is that it broke through support in that zone yesterday and it's followed through to the downside. You may very well see this get to the bottom of the channel around 14. Camp, down 55 cents at 3% today. It may be headed towards a test of the 16.5 three-quarter range short term. If that's broken, I'm looking at 14.5. CBD, well, I was looking for this to break finally, but after several months of consolidating following this big drop, the stock has rolled over. It took out this line, that line, and closed right near, slightly below that line. This could fall away and fall away rapidly. I wouldn't be surprised to see 70 on it. EGL also continuing lower in a beautiful down channel. After snapping back to test resistance, it's rolled over. It broke support, and it may very well get all the way down to 28 short term. HCLP, a new addition to my box of shorts list. You can see why. It cracked, snapped back, and then rolled again. Today was down $1.50. Looks like I think we're going to get a test of 51 range, and that's just below here, and then maybe down in the mid-40s. QIHU down again, down 315 or 4.4%, 6 million, increasing volume as it goes down. Looking for that 64, 4.5 range short term for a swing trade. Terex, in a very bad declining channel pattern after breaking here and snapping back to resistance, and rolled over, formed the wedge, down another 60 cents today. And lastly, Waddell & Reed, one of our box of swing shorts, you can see why. That flag was broken and continues to step down. The low in early August was about 51.25. Today's low, 51.49. If we get below this level, I'm looking for 47. That's the picture today, long and short of it. HB out. Have a good evening.